allow the two children to have the budget. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary Politico. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àníyàn sọ́ra yìí. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àníyàn sọ́ra yìí. Maiyegun ti dé.
Hello there, brethren. So good morning to you, a good afternoon to you, and good evening to you, wherever you are joining us. It is Maiyegun live. And thank you very much for joining me. So after reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast, like it, hear it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun today, Maiyegun is live. Just that. Thank you if you have done all of that. Now we are going to be in Rivers State, partly in Abuja, then in Bauchi, back to Lagos, maybe to Edo. As usual, we're going to be everywhere as, as the spirit leads. So you just follow me, right? So last 6 months, right, was when Tifnumbu announced a state of emergency in Rivers State. And due to what he said, was for the prevention of breakdown of law and order, right? Due to the political disagreements between Foolbara and his godfather, Werey Wike, that their differences couldn't be resolved. So Tifnumbu intervened. And his own intervention brought in a sole administrator, something that is so strange. So the useless, supposed Decree 24, Abdul Salami Abubakar said Decree 24 called 1999 Constitution, right? So Tifnumbu escaped that. And since then, the rule of lawlessness, so to say, reigned supreme. People have, opinion molders, public leaders, opinion molder, elders, leaders, political this and that. Everyone came out to speak against it. But it was Tifnumbu's kind of democracy, schemed enough to accommodate whatever Werey Wike was to lose if Fubara had his way. So it's been 6 months now, right? Not only that the Supreme Court of Nigeria ruled that every action of a Foolbara, from budget, presentation to execution, to project execution, to political appointments and what have you, were all nullified by the Supreme Court, thereby opening the window, or should I say the door, for Werey Wike's men to have an easy comeback. And easy comeback they did have, as the sole administrator continued to pretty much like act the script of Werey Wike. Foolbara, right, steered the honest nest, right, simply because he displaced, or should I say, he removed those who were Werey Wike's men in the local government administration. He appointed his own guys, and in order to beat the Supreme Court's ruling, he decided to conduct an election. An election he conducted, right, like his own boss, Werey Wike, who is currently in APC government, or he's also in PDP. So Foolbara floated, a different political party. He told his guys to go in there. They all got cleared, and they were all declared winners of, the local government area elections. So when the Supreme Court ruling came that said Foolbara, right, had no such power to do all he did without the status of assembly, and at the same time reinstated the status of assembly, right? that that moment, Tifnumbu intervened, where he removed Fubara himself. And if Fubara is gone, everything he did could be undone. And that's exactly what the sole administrator did, right? Not only that, it is believed that the sole administrator is neutral. The sole administrator went ahead to appoint the electoral body, right, who were filled with the weakest men. And at the same time, the electoral body was given the go-ahead to conduct the local government election, to fill in the local government areas. Meanwhile, the caretaker committee appointed by Fubara was called illegal by the Supreme Court, and therefore the local government fund should not be released to him. The same day that Tifnumbu suspended Fubara and brought in his own sole administrator, the same day all the withheld fund of the states were released, including the local government fund, despite no election or elected person in the office. Anyway, the illegality has lasted this long, and what seemed to be the final stroke that broke the camel's back for Werey Wike's political supposed base was when Foolbara took over all the local government areas. That was when they were like, no, we're going to burn this place down, allegedly, right? But they did it in a different way by getting him removed completely. So Foolbara started begging to be allowed to come back and at least complete his term, while on the other hand, Foolbara continued to chastise his own supporters, condemned them for showing solidarity in opposition to what Tifnumbu and Werey Wike were doing. So at the end, all his supporters, they disappeared, and nobody is advocating for him anymore. So as it is today, the sole administrator that chose to conduct the local government elections, an unelected person conducting a kangaroo local government election that, I don't know, maybe they are still working to find which of their law really backed it. So today, we shall start in Rivers State, as Emperor Werey Wike told the journalist that now that he's got the control of the local government areas, he didn't say it like that, but he said, now that they have done this now, the coast is clear for the Foolbara's return, time to lift the state of emergency. Everything worked out fine. Do you get that now? Like everywhere, however they plotted it, and everything seems to have worked fine. So whether you want to say it is legal or it is not legal anymore, it is going to be a precedent, which means anyone can do the same anytime, as they can always find that power for him as the president of that contraption. So let's go to the River State and see how did they do. And Werey Wike himself, we will start from there. So please share the broadcast if you haven't already. Right? Let's start with this.
Okay, here is Element, and we are at Alessa Town Hall for the election, and we noticed that the materials has arrived, and people are here waiting patiently for the voting to commence proper. Please, sir, can you tell us the situation around Alessa Town?
My name is Fine.
PDP.
As you can see, the material has actually arrived. We have already started distributing the material. As you can see the security people around. You can see the community people. Everybody are patiently waiting, excited to do this.
What time will the election commence proper?
As I speak to you, we are just waiting. At least you have had one of them. Some of them, your units are very clean. So they've gone back to their units. It's just for me, you are even the people that delayed me, because we are about entering the bus and start distributing. Any moment from now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any moment from now, voting will commence proper at Alessa Town Hall in Element. Back to you. No, but man.
So when the Fubara was suspended, removed, PDP filed a case against that, and they demanded for an accelerated hearing on the matter because of its urgency. Do you know that up to this moment, the court is yet to actually assign a judge to listen to that case for nearly 6 months now? So that's why when you want to understand what is called a state capture, right? This is the textbook definition of it. It is whatever they call legal, that will be legal. Whatever they say is legal is illegal. Even if what they call illegal, right, is actually legal, right? Once they say, no, it is not, it is not. They are the laws unto themselves. If you go to their courtroom, you will never see justice or anything called justice at all. In any case they are interested in, any case that they have interest in, you will never get justice. There is no way you're going to argue it. You get that? So, Werey Wike himself, right, also kind of like voted. That's when he told everybody that the state of emergency can be lifted. Now, the coast is clear. So if you go to court, you say, okay, court, they said they've suspended this person for 6 months. We need you to hear this case because this is illegal. You know that immediately you are supposed to have the judge that's going to listen to the case. At most, maybe a month. And the decision will be made either to reverse it or to validate it. And you can easily even go to the appeal and go to Supreme Court. All of this, latest 2 months, Baba, up to now, they don't assign any judge. No court is hearing the case. That is PDP governors versus Tifnumbu versus the Minister of Justice versus, the shot, all the supposed parties in the case. Shim. So by next month, right, Tifnumbu, or maybe anytime from now, Tifnumbu will announce and say they have lifted the state of emergency. So if you now go to court, that your case that you filed since March, they will just tell you that event has overtaken it. That is what you call a compromised system, right? Just to make sure that an end result or end goal is achieved. Now let's listen to Werey Wike. It's probably the happiest guy today. Yeah, everything worked as exactly as we said we wanted to do it. Everything was said. Now Werey Wike.
When on the
It wasn't. It was the thing. Yes, it was me, sir.
how you are doing among the funds? I was watching you.
I will go back and
I will reply you there.
I will go back and correct you. All right, sir. No problem. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. So, there's quite a large turnout at your ward today. Today is the much anticipated local government election. How do you feel about this?
Well, first of all, I must ask you, thank God Almighty, that the 30th of August is scheduled to be the local government elections in the last state. And again, I want to thank Riot for carrying out a very, very successful conduct of the government election. Let me make it clear that this is a local government election. And I expect, particularly the media, to have done their homework very well. In knowing where their residential areas, in knowing where their commercial areas. When you go to commercial areas, you don't expect much a large turnout of people. But when you go to a residential area, of course, you expect people to turn up, particularly as I'm here now, this is my community. I can see the turnout of people in this particular unit. So also it is in other units. But if you go to where you have commercial areas, you don't expect much. Go to the rural area because it's local government area. More participation is taken in the rural area because of our worship position. And some most people are also not indigenous or university. They feel that look, they are doing these things who are not having a truth represented by having their own people contesting the elections. So I'm very happy with the turnouts of people. I've got a lot of reports from the rural areas that people came out very well to participate in these elections. I'm very happy.
All right. So, sir, there are concerns whether this time around it has been gotten right. Because from my interaction with Rivers people, they are concerned that the last time there was an election, it was cancelled eventually. What is your hope? What's that hope you have that will happen after it?
There was no election. Supreme Court said there was no election. They nullified the election. I said there was no election. There was no election. Today we are holding an election, and that's why you see people have come to also cast their votes. If you do something that's not done to law, of course it will be set aside, and it was set aside. And now that the process is very clear and goes according to the law, nobody's worried. All people are doing is just to come out and cast their vote for whoever they want them to represent them at the local government.
All right, Your Excellency, the local government election, of course, would ultimately restore democratic governance, at the local level. And of course, tell us what this will mean for Rivers people. Of course, the state of emergency would lapse by September. So what does this mean for Rivers people?
And that is why we have to thank Mr. President for taking the bold step to make sure that this election is conducted. First of all, if election is not conducted, you know that Supreme Court has said there is nothing like caretaker committees in local government. And if there are no elected people, it means that funds will not come from the federation account to local government councils. And that means that if the emergency rule is lifted as a local government election, we'll still have the same problem. And now that local government election is taking place, it means that the elected people, and then they will get funds directly for the federation account. So everybody was trying out to support the conduct of this particular election in order to stabilize the grassroots level. By the time the state of emergency is lifted on the 18th of September, it means that the governor and the state assembly will go past. So without the government, it will not have been complete. So we are very glad that today we are conducting this election, and by the end of the day, the elected people will emerge and they will be sworn in, and they will not have elected representatives at the grassroots level.
Thank you.
Werey Wike. So it's had his way, and the sole administrator will then do the swearing in. But what I don't really get, and pardon me, right? Foolbara is still in PDP, okay? So at the time, Werey Wike was believed to be controlling PDP, and he is also the one controlling APC in Rivers. They are kind of democracy, the one you have in that contraption. So Werey Wike is the one controlling PDP and APC in Rivers. You see those who are like the APC executives in Rivers, right? They are divided into two. So one, that was the former chairman, right? Werey Wike kind of like recognized him as the one that is still chairman. The one that is their APC chairman, Werey Wike, doesn't want to have it because that one is like criticizing Werey Wike, right? They were working to get rid of Werey Wike when Werey Wike made the deal with Tifnumbu, and it became more kind of like powerful. So deal of Werey Wike and Tifnumbu is sort of like a crippled APC in Rivers State. Like they are just existing for just existing sake, right? However, PDP, that is believed to be in government, Werey Wike's men, all of them are believed to still be in PDP. So when Fubara, who was also in PDP but had no control, he told his own guys to go to PRP or something to go and run for local government election. And they were all declared winners, except one local government that was given to another party. No APC, no PDP, right? So here is my own kind of like confusion, this state of confusion. Werey Wike, right, is believed to be PDP first or something in Rivers. The sole administrator is believed to be of no political party, like neutral, Abi, or if it's going to be loyal to anybody, to Tifnumbu, it's going to be loyal to APC. But the sole administrator is just a puppet. The puppet masters are Wike and Koolu. So what is the expected result from their local government? The arrangement they made, is it that they should declare all PDP winner? We declare them as APC winner? Because there's a plot that Foolbara will be joining the APC. How true? You know? I don't know. That's my state of confusion. For those of you who are in Rivers, they will tell you that you don't understand our politics. We know how we do our politics. Because what they do is just that they have to write the results. They will just say, okay, this one is as one, that one as one. That's it. You know? If not, like, what kind of anti-party is that? What kind of state of confusion is that? How do you even like go out and campaign and say, I don't know, right? But here is what one of their kings, actually in Rivers, so this is what how I felt about the whole thing. Thank you very much, Jare Sarah Mafar. Thank you. That's quite generous of you. Meanwhile, I probably could use this evening to do some more of my fundraiser. And if anybody feels like, you know, they could chip in anything, you know, $1, $10, £10, 20, and all that, please, you will see the PayPal link in the comment, or better still in the description as well. Or you can use the super chat or buy me a coffee. Every penny counts, I promise you. So here was, here is one of the kings speaking on the matter. Listen.
We come in common together. And many cases, ordinarily, we do not suppose to know Okada. We are supposed to know all manners. Because since Abidjan came, the first election, when they say take you back as a party man. We want to accept the decision of Almighty God. And I'm particularly very happy. Very happy to see people here. There's something that is happening which I thought I should mention. Remember, all politics is local. All forms of politics are local. Why don't you want to get out of one ball? Wasn't that easy? the River State, particularly, we had the two leading parties together as one, was like, may God bless whoever engineered it. That will explain all people. One child, and another one, now I know or okay, those who are old enough to know, cast their mind back. What I thought was one of the most brilliant political ideas in Nigeria, the politics of Babangida. A little to the left, a little to the right. Don't be surprised if we end up there in Nigeria, because in every situation, the majority must rule, but the minority will need their protection. Look at Babangida. Nobody cared about the third party. SDP, NRC to the right, NCP to the left. It was a very brilliant idea. Only Nigeria couldn't be. Only Nigeria couldn't be. When stabilized, by now we would have had a pathway in our political growth. Exactly. For me, I was a party to it. I was positively, negatively affected. So what you have done, putting APC and PDP together, is not far from it. Because every other team in River State now becomes remnants. You have to accept the facts, that's the truth. Every other thing, all the remnants. You know, APC, you know, PDP, Chambi and Haji woman. The candidate actually, she to buy her. And then let's already embarrass you people like they want to do the work. It's not me. I'm far from doing all over again. But I'm happy to see continuity. I'm happy to see
a typical traditional ruler in Nigeria. They want to be honest, but they can't be honest because their own existence and survival pretty much depends on what they say and what they don't say. However, the point he was trying to make there that I ended up modeling up, and that's one I want us to pick, is the fact that he was able to identify the chaotic political space in River State, likened it to the rest of Nigeria too. Politics without ideology. Always, all over the world, right? You are going to have those whose political sort of a lineage is going to be towards the left. They call them liberals, people who are pretty much like in support of free trade. At the same time, they are like close to socialism. They are pretty much about equality, this or that. And you see those who are also to the right, their own is similar, but in the opposite direction, right? So they love capitalism. They want, everybody to pay their fair share into the system without having to just come and scoop from it when you don't put anything in it. So to the right. Then you have some who are like the centrist, who can mix both together just to make sure that those ones we call the, do the right, do the left, right? They don't want to like offend anyone in the middle. So they can fall into the left, they can fall to the right. Depends on which of the ideologies that is so close to theirs, and therefore political leverage. Nigeria doesn't have that. No. Every political party in Nigeria is promising, I will give you water, I will give you electricity, I will give you a job, I will give out of stock, all of them. They are all sounding so much like socialists. Do you get that now? Oh, this country is so poor. So anybody who wants to succeed in getting power, you must be giving out freebies. And you must tell people that, you know what, on the one hand, you are telling them that we need to work hard to build our country. On the second hand, you are sabotaging the same country, surrendering people into poverty, and you are willing to also bail them out by giving them peanuts to make it look like, oh, we are also very generous. We are trying to lift people out of poverty by giving them, $10 every 3 months. Do you understand that? So that's what you have in Nigeria. That's why you see somebody who is in PDP now, APC tomorrow, Labour Party, ABGA, NNPP, all over the place. Because the only thing that unites them is their interest, not ideology. So that's why you see some of them, when they are implementing the policies of their government, it is all confusion versus confusion. Do you get that now? So no direction, no real thing. It's all about the person. So if me, I become their president in any party, and my own idea could become the idea of everybody. There's nothing like, oh, these are the policies and these are the targets. So when we're in government, right, what was our score in education, enrollment, literacy, this and that? What was our report, our score on electricity generation, distribution, and cheap energy for the people? What is our, political party will list all those things. What are our achievements in the area of security? So once they say, man, your party was in power for 12 years and the security of the country has collapsed. So anybody who is coming in that party, all you will have to do is to say, I will improve on this. Do you get that now? That's not what they do in that contraption. That is why you will see the mofos, the ruling party, will be campaigning for somebody who wants to replace the person who is in the ruling party. Now, the person with the one in charge that wants to hand over to the one is campaigning for, that one will be saying he has done all the job. Everything is fine. Now, the one that wants to take his job will be telling everybody that indeed he has done a great job. He is going to build on his legacy. I'm going to make sure that all the achievement of the governor, I will work on it. Ironio, by the time he becomes the governor, he will now start telling the people that his successor handed over a completely destroyed economy, or the state is wrecked. And you'll be like, well, your video during campaign, all of you were dancing to say he's the chief, he's the best, he's a great man, he has changed the state, everywhere is fine, blah, 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 blah. 3 months after becoming the governor or becoming the president, they'll begin to tell the people that, the country is in shambles. He is now working to get it better. You know the irony, most of them, especially in those states, right? Most of them that are the successors who praised their predecessors or whose predecessors facilitated them coming to power, right? So it's the same, right? They will tell you that most of them, right? Sometimes they are mostly part of the same government, because if I am the governor now in Nigeria and I've done my 8 years, so I would then choose somebody from those people I gave opportunity to, right? I'll just choose one. I will anoint him or her, right? I will now put all the money I have, I will put it behind him or her, push him and all of that, so that when he or she becomes the governor, he can make sure that, number one, I am not probed for all the money I have looted, all the bad projects I have done, and every other thing, to protect me. Do you get that now? So that one too, who was part of the government and is now the governor, would suddenly look like they've lost their memory, or he's lost his memory. And it'll begin to sound like it was never part of the same government, because he needed to tell you that the reason why he needs to start building the states now, was because his predecessor has ruined everything. That contraption. No ideology, no nothing. Right? Just go in there, do whatever you like, do fuck all, and you'll get to see people that, they'll praise you. So here was Werey Wike. They said he went to visit his family house after the, here's the video. He's a kingmaker, the Lion of Africa, the hope of Africa, the hope of Nigeria. You see that one that is screaming, the Lion of Africa, the Lion of Africa. He's doing so that at the end of the whole thing, even if not 10,000 naira, he will walk away from that gathering, possibly with that. If he's unlucky, he may leave the place with Hishi. Right? But let us go to Bauchi. Last week, PDP announced that they will be zoning their presidential tickets to the south, moving away from their traditional way of, throwing their tickets open, more or less like whenever they speak of zoning, they are it is unwritten. However, for the first time, they decided to make an announcement of it as in a resolution about it. The governors, their PDP governors, I think 9 or 10 of them, and then their National Assembly members, except for those who are still loyal to Werey Wike. But somehow, that's part of the reasons why Werey Wike said he was angry that Atiku came to snatch the ticket of the PDP when it was expected to be the turn of the South. So we haven't heard from him concerning this decision. But Bala Mohammed, who is the governor of Bauchi, a guy who never really hid his own personal ambition to also run for the Nigeria presidency. So Bala Mohammed was on channels where he was giving the reasons why it was the right thing to do by PDP in zoning their presidential ticket to the south. And they are now, scouting for potential candidates that will take up the opportunity or take up the slot. So he said he had to abandon his own personal ambition, his own presidential ambition, because of his love for the unity of Nigeria. Really, that's funny, right? So Bala Mohammed, yesterday.
Life is always a learning process. When we did in 2023, it was not a pleasant experience, and that was why we lost the election. And I discovered, to my surprise, that presidency is a consensus phenomenon. It's something that people come together. You cannot impose yourself on anybody or any group. In spite of my leadership position, I am leading a group of equals. And of course, we have to change the trajectory of leadership recruitment in a manner that we build consensus, create unity, and set aside our personal interests in a manner that we can give the Nigerian people a new political space that brings people that are adequately brought together in a manner that we take decision that will give leadership to somebody who knows that this leadership is just like an extension, like a delegation. And of course, when my party decided that we would zone this to the south, I had no qualms because I knew it is for the common good and it is not about our personal interest, since we knew we learned our lesson from the mistake we made in the past.
You wanted to be president. At what point did you now jettison that idea?
I jettisoned that idea from the point we decided to say that all of us are equal, and we have so many eminently qualified people who are not even opportune to be within the ring of our group, that is a group of governors, people outside who are not even governors, who are bureaucrats and technocrats, and they may have more experience and knowledge of leadership. And so we should leave this thing open. And by the time we took decision, we must go by it. But whoever emerges should know that he is doing it on our behalf. That's why I said it is a delegation of responsibility of people of like minds, and our party should do something different to show that we are different from the rest. Not a party that brings people who are just grandstanding and who feel that they are larger than life, that it is even a favor for them to lead, that it is their own maternal or whatever rights for them to continue to lead in the country, where we have 250 million people. We have agitated youths who are very knowledgeable and they know global best practice. They are driven by knowledge, experience, and of course, global best practice. So we decided as governors at this time and epoch to change the trajectory of leadership recruitment in a manner that we build consensus around us and open the space for the best to emerge. And of course, we knew that this is the time when a Southerner is a president, and of course he is just gone for 4 years, and of course the second tenure would be assumed to be his. So if we are contesting, we needed somebody very strong or stronger than him from the south to give him a fight for his life, because the government at the day is not working very well. And so we have to seize the opportunity to make sure that we provide or present a credible candidate that is marketable. Already the situation is germane for us to take over power, and we need to navigate very cautiously and intelligently. Life is always
Bala Mohammed. However, I don't know if he was asked, but he did mention that they are also in contact with Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, as well as Obi, to see if they if they are ready or willing to work with them as any of them, like as the candidate of PDP. But again, he said they have eminently qualified members of their party from southern Nigeria, Obi and then Gage, that's Egbere Jolantan, if they both decline their own overture.
But if he decides to come to a better platform where there is no encumbrances, he will be given the opportunity too. There are others.
Are you courting him? Are you courting Obi?
Am I what?
Are you governors of the PDP courting him? Are you asking him to come? Are you talking to him actively? Is that conversation active?
No, we are. Yes, we are. But certainly he has not. That's President Jonathan. He's not the only person.
No, I'm talking about Peter Obi now. Peter Obi, are you talking?
Have you not seen him in Bauchi several times? Have you not seen him with me? He's my brother, my friend, and of course he's one of the most celebrated politicians too. And of course, you see him within the coalition or no coalition, definitely we are not sleeping. Only that we don't make noise. There are so many politicians. I even had a session with Governor Amechi. I have not been sleeping. I have to make sure I create a closing of rank drive, you know, for people to come and have.
So there's a possibility of Amechi returning to the PDP?
Well, he is free to if he wants to come back.
But when you spoke, Governor, to Peter Obi, did he agree to return to PDP?
These are some of the decisions that are left to Peter Obi, not to me. But I have discussed with him and I told him the PDP is open to all those celebrated politicians who can come and add value to our presidential drive or ambition in 2027. Definitely, I spoke to all of them. So many people that I will not even mention here. But I've just mentioned the key people that I have spoken on behalf of the governors and myself that they should go. I've spoken to President Jonathan. I was the first person to say that if he runs, I will not run. Maybe it's one of the reasons why I said we should just go and sleep. Maybe it's Sheyi Makinde. So definitely, we have spoken to so many people. But Sheyi is even within us. And you have not heard him saying it is a matter of life and death for him to run. So we are free to look for people who will come and add value and present themselves if they so wish. I have spoken to them and I confirm to you. But if he decides to come to a better platform where there is no encumbrances.
So that's Bala Mohammed. So he's kind of keeping his card to his chest when it comes to what they are also cooking behind the scene, and the ones that are pretty much in the open. They can only give you, the sparsely kind of information, right? Olawale, yeah, I've got this Olawale from Lagos. Thank you very much as well, okay, for that comment. If truly they are your tenants, all right, that's why I put the word in front of that, like allegedly, all right. But we're going to get to that part. What nearly led to riots in Lagos yesterday. That's Ibejuleki, where it was reported that the police shot 3 Okada riders. One of them died at the spot, while 2 others sustained a gunshot injury and allegedly died the following morning. Somebody said no, they didn't die. They were able to be saved. Thank you. But we'll get to that part. Coalition. Today in Kaduna, the Rufire's group of coalition, they were doing the inauguration of their coalition, ADC, in Kaduna, until when hired hoodlums invaded the venue. And in the process, it led to, well, the intention is to disrupt, the gathering. Despite the police presence, according to the eyewitness or the eyewitnesses, including some of the amateur videos recorded at the scene, right? So while the assailants, the hoodlums, were busy attacking and assaulting everybody at the venue, the police were there, like standing. They couldn't stop them. Now, a few hours after that, the police released a statement and they said it was Rufire that hired hoodlums to come and disrupt the coalition inauguration that he is also attending. Nigeria or Kaduna police, that's their statement. But yeah, at the venue where they are doing their coalition meeting, ADC in Kaduna. Sorry, the video is kind of like amateur, so bear with me.
Wannan taro ne wanda ake yi yanzu a garin Kaduna. Kun ga yadda 'yan sanda suke ba su kariya. 'Yan sanda ne suke ba 'yan ta'adda kariya a wannan wajen. Hol ɗin nan da ake wannan taro yanzu haka. Jiba kawai suke. Wai 'yan sanda ke ba 'yan daba kariya tur da wannan gwamnati. Wannan gwamnati ta yi asara. Duk sun fasa gilas.
Sorry, but you do get the idea. So the thugs, they came, with their sticks, cordials, and everything, and they were smashing everything in the, everything at the venue, and they got it disrupted. Now AIT did a report on it, and they actually spoke with the eyewitness and the rest, including Rufire and the ADC members. This short report.
The event was organized for the inauguration of members of various political parties into the ADC Transition Committee, but midway, thugs invaded the venue, unleashing violence that left several people assaulted and property destroyed. Although the inauguration eventually continued, one of the victims of the assault, Ibrahim Modibo, narrated his ordeal, describing how the thug unleashed violence on innocent party members.
If someone is coming with cutlass and breaking windows, what are you supposed to do as a police officer? Does police have cutlass? It's rifle and he's supposed to shoot. They are there to protect lives and property.
Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai and the ADC National Vice Chairman Northwest Zone, Jafar Sani, alleged that the ruling party orchestrated the attack, accusing security operatives of complacency for not protecting members carrying out what he described as a constitutionally guaranteed activity.
It's most unfortunate that this is a government that I had a hand in bringing about. I'm quite disappointed and disgusted by this. And but if the authorities don't take decisive action to end this reintroduction of thuggery into Kaduna politics, well, God help us, because nobody has monopoly of violence. Nobody has monopoly of thugs.
When a lawbreaker, breaks the law in the presence of a law enforcement agent, and the person just stood aloof, I don't know what to call that.
But in a twist, the concerned members of the ADC at a separate news conference accused El-Rufai himself of attempting to hijack the party structure.
And that is why we are crying out. We will not allow somebody to come out. If we allow things to go the way they are going, probably he will have his way to hijack. Even in SDP, when he went there, he took control of SDP completely. Not until court upturned the whole the process.
Meanwhile, the Kaduna State Police Command says it has launched an extensive investigation into the alleged political violence at the meeting hosted by.
And you know something? Few hours after that, the police released their statement and said, I think they have even declared, they have declared some of the ADC members wanted now. They said that the attack, the hoodlums, they were organized by El-Rufai to come and attack them at their meeting. Okay. It is Nigeria, Baba. I don't even want to go into all those vices for now because I still have some to go into. So talking about the lawlessness, in Abraka, Delta State, which, okay, no, let's go to Lagos. Let's go to Lagos. Now, the story of the Okada riders shot and killed in Lagos, right, may have its own twist to it for those who probably want to, but I am using the supposed eyewitness account who said, indeed, they shot 3 of them sometimes around the 2 a.m. or thereabouts. The police patrol saw these Okada riders, right? And they are doing this, they are stop and pay bribe, like extortion on the road. So when it got to these guys, right, it was said that they rejected to offer the bribe. And the police, these police officers, wanted to forcefully take their bikes away from them. And they resisted. In the process, right, they shot the 3 of them. One of them died right there at the spot. And the info of maybe they took the bikes away or not, I don't know. But the report that the other 2 that sustained other injuries also died this morning is also from the eyewitness there, which was what is said to have prompted the near riot reaction at Ibejuleki in Lagos yesterday. But a viewer on Facebook just said that no, the other 2 didn't die. Yes, they were shot, but eventually they were able to remove the pellets. However, I have this clip and these videos of what is believed to have happened. Again, from the amateur footages. Cut them into 2. Here is the first one.
This is what we are saying. This person is dead. This one of the person that shot yesterday night is dead because of
You see that number? So it was that massive that, you know, they took the body, the one's body. So they took that to the, I think, to the police headquarters in protest, and the police themselves, right, were present to at least maintain orderliness, I believe. But there is more. Just so you get to see other reactions that followed. That wasn't the whole thing. Now watch this. And then we're going to go to Abraka in Delta State, where a young girl has also been confirmed dead, you know, due to the stray bullet of the same, no, not policemen this time around. They said they are soldiers. I have the video of when the soldiers committed the crime and ran away, and the reactions that followed too. But let's finish this in Lagos. Then we'll go to Delta in Abraka.
This reporting live from Onosai Bejileki. This is Onosai Bejileki bus stop. According to the story, police killed 3 bike men. The Nigerian police killed 3 bike men trying to steal their bikes from them at night. The bike men refused and police shot them, killing 1 instantly. 2 are dead now in the hospital. 1 died instantly. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. This is on a bus stop. Fire is burning. 2 sides of the road. Burning. Burning. Everywhere is up in flames. I can't even go to work. Can't even go to work. There is right now a human corpse, a dead body inside this car. There is the dead body of one of them right now inside this car. There's a dead body inside this car of a bike man. So sad. Nigerian police, so sad. Look at this. Look at the human being's dead body inside the car. Because of Nigerian police. This is evil. Evil. Nigerian police will pay.
Come on, lost station. Come on, lost station. Come on, lost station. Come on, lost station. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó àwọn tán kó bọ̀dá ni wọ́n kàn station. Come on, lost station.
Live at Baba Desana. I heard that police killed like 3 people yesterday night. That's why they are blocking the road. I need your comments, people. Let's talk about this. Is it good or not? See many people come out. See many people. Information got to me that police killed like 3 people. No road. Motor cannot go anywhere. Motor cannot go anywhere. No motor, everywhere was dry now. everywhere is dry. So does some other people.
Let me save our time. It's a long watch, but at least the story is already told, I think. Davina, thank you very much, my lady. And yeah, amen to that. And God bless you too. Yeah, God bless you. And yeah, to everyone else too, sharing, liking, and those buying me coffee. Let me show you something. If you want to buy me coffee, right, which is $5 a cup, right? Now what you can do is you can bring out your phone. I'm gonna put it on the screen before we continue. So you can bring out the camera of your phone and wait for this on your screen. It is a QR code, right? You can scan it, save the link. There's gonna be a link that will pop up from your, what is it called? From that same, your camera. Click it, open it, and use it. Let me see if I can put it on the screen. 1 sec. Right, correct. See that? If you scan it like that, and then you're going to get a link. Right, let's go to Abraka in Delta State. So it was reported that some soldiers in what was like a private car, they were doing their own illegal stop and search, check and this somewhere in Abraka today. And then somehow, God knows what happened. They opened fire on an oncoming car, right? I had to stop the car, I don't know. So it was reported that the shot into that car. And 3 bullets hit a young woman that was sitting in the driver's passenger seat, I believe. She died. That triggered another reactions. Some of you will remember it was one incident, police brutality in October, sorry, in fact, it was actually in September 2020. Was it? No, October. It was October 4th, 2020. That led to the NSAS protest that almost got rid of the calamity, the pandemic called APC. Egbekegbe, if you remember. So sometimes, Abraka, Delta, the person that they even thought, then the person that the police, shot in Delta State that day, that led to the NSAS, when they said that he's dead though, right? That led to the NSAS protest, didn't even die. You see this young woman, she wasn't that lucky. She was shot. And a captured video of these marauders, of these criminals, and how they escaped from the scene was briefly captured. I bet this should tell the story. Let's go to Abraka in Delta State.
Now, just in my presence, this is what happened though. Army. Siam. They don't kill the guy. See the motor here. He shoot from back and the guy they go. Now just shoot him. See my guy on the way beside Siam. From back to outside, now shoot the this thing. From outside. You shoot, not beside the person a kidnapper, not be kidnapper, see the hole. See the hole. I was driving there where I said why they shoot. They don't kill him. See him? Very useless people. He's an evil person. They don't throw penalty, block the road. Make it block the road. Make it block the road. Make it block the road.
Abakan problem, let us sweep, let us shoot people die. Person with woman, no. Abakan problem, Abakan fire. Abakan fire. Let us see the lucky person. Abakan will not want the security. We don't want them all.
So it was even said that the lady is pregnant, right? But we're not sure of that. She wasn't even sitting in the front of the car, by the way. Did you see the video there now? I didn't even see the part. She was shot at the passenger seat behind, the back seat. She was shot through the door. Like, what exactly would you say is the worth of a Nigerian life? How much do you think the life of a Nigerian is worth? One bullet, or just one disaster away? I don't know. And you know something about a place like that is that it doesn't really matter whether you are rich or poor. Because the only thing that is well democratized in that place is the shege. And that's how people pray that Nigeria no happen to you, Nigeria no happen to you. You think they are mocking Nigeria. May Nigeria no happen to you. Abraka.
Just in right now, the army operation sweep has just spiked somebody right now in Abraka, Delta State. According to eyewitness, say that the operation sweep shot directly at the girl, hitting the girl with 3 bullets, one at the ribs, one in the, how they call it, the liver, and one in the arm. So right now, Abraka residents are angry and they are protesting. Right now, they are protesting. As you can see, this is Abraka main junction. Operation Sweep must go. Operation Delta Key must go. They must go. Abraka.
So that's what they're now saying, that Operation Delta Sweep must go. I mean, as a soldier, I actually thought that the training they give to them is that except somebody actually fires at you, or no, like except somebody is like pointing their weapons at you that they want to, that is the only time you have to actually shoot. If they shoot their gun at you, right, that is a go ahead for you to fire back. That's why they will say that if you see the American soldiers or the American SEAL, they ask you to drop your weapon, right? Lay down on the floor, your hands on the floor, your face on the floor, just do it. Because if you're holding that weapon, even if not knife, not weapon, no. Or what would you say somebody that is seated inside the back seat of a car in traffic and then got shot? What kind of threat do you think they will say that lady posed, or the car that she was traveling in posed to these soldiers? So I shared a clip earlier on Maiyegun's diary, Politico, and I said, these guys are not reformable. You can't reform them, right? And it's unfortunate. Where do you want to start from?
This police, na army robber. This police na army robber. I know the police. I know the police. Na army robber.
All for money. All for maybe 500 naira that he wanted to collect as he wanted to extort from them. He risked his life and he was driven for nearly a mile until they met another roadblock ahead of his colleagues. And he told them to stop this car. Hey, stop this car, stop this car. If not, if there was no traffic in front of him or another roadblock where they are doing extortion, his case will probably be like this woman. Hey, help me.
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me. If they carry me, they go, we are not know. Help me. I will not allow you to. Hey, help me. If they carry me, they go, we are not know. Help me.
Nigeria police. So you ask yourself, what kind of training do you think they need to give to them? Or should we say, what kind of training do you think they are giving to them in their police academy, the military, and the rest of them? Especially whenever they are confronted with money, how that becomes their automatic master, and they are willing to kill for it, unfortunately. Yeah? But let's leave... I think I have one. This one, they said it's been a while, right? So if you are not being extorted in your car on the road, you can come around as well like this.
They don't beat and see, they go beat and they are able to get some. Not even the first round be the issue here. Even if you know they respect uniform. What is more?
Oh, yeah, it's shocking me. So this thing like guest house. Oh, please, Daddy. You know, this man kept away around this side there. Before I come in, they come out from India.
Just Fubara.
And Nigeria police go to ask you. We'll be telling you that I'll kill you here and nothing will happen. Right? Or maybe not just them. The political thugs, they do same too. Let's go to Oshun. I saw a group of people who were like so upset because according to them, Governor Ade Jackson, the Ade dancer of Oshun, is being accused of sending thugs to go and beat up some group of people that he considered as his political rivals, and including an old man. And I saw them it was like they almost staged a protest or so. I was like, oh yeah, Oshun. Let's go to Oshun State just quickly. Then I'm going to take you back to Benin. There's something you need to see there too, just before we go to somewhere else again. Call it a night. Let's go to Oshun, where their governor is being accused of sending thugs to harass, assault those called these political rivals. But they are not so specific if they were APC, Ebekebe, or maybe they are, but doesn't matter. Watch this.
Nenudu. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́? Okay, local matter. APC Adeni. Orí adé ni. SSA to the governor ni. SSA to the governor. Orí adé ni. Ọlọ́run ní fìyà jẹ yín. Báyìí ni gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórílẹ̀ bàbá Ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀dì ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ẹgbẹ́dọ̀rẹ́ náà lẹ́ ń wò wọ́n yìí. Bíríkìlà ni gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ń wò yìí tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ òòjọ́ wọn. Ẹ ti understand? So in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn ni pé àwọn ọmọ gànfẹ́ ní àwọn ará Ẹdẹ kó wọ ìlú tí wọ́n wá ń ṣe àwọn ìléṣe lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá Ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀dì tí wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ilẹ̀ tí àdẹ́jọ́jọ́ ní ilẹ̀ papọ̀. Gbogbo àwọn bíríkìlà tẹ́ ń wò yìí wọ́n sá àsálà wá sí ẹ̀yà ààfin Ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀dì torí pé gbogbo àwọn tó gbéṣẹ́ fún wọn sọ pé Ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀dì ọ̀tàlẹ̀ fún àwọn ilẹ̀ Ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀dì làwọn sì wà. Pàápàá tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ rí bàbá yìí bàbá ilé ò tiẹ̀ gbádùn rárá torí tí wọ́n ti fi ṣe wọ́n ní àfi òdì àdá sá nínú tí àwọn èèyàn mi sì ń sọ pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n wà níbí wọ́n ní mọ́tò àwọn táwọn gbé wá fi ṣiṣẹ́ ọ wà nínú igbó lọ́ọ̀nù tí a ti lé àwọn sàṣálà wá fún ẹ̀mí ara wọn ni so òun ò sì tí ì rí ẹnìkan nínú àwọn tí a jọjọ kóra wọn wá ṣiṣẹ́ so èyí la ní ká sọ fún ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun so láti bójú wo ohun tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú Ẹgbẹ̀dì lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí pàápàá. Kábíyèsí bàbá.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run.
Bàbá kékeré ìlú Ẹgbẹ̀dì a rí táwọn èèyàn pọ̀ ní ojúde ààfin kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bàbá.
Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Báyìí láti bíi oṣù méjì ńlá tí ń pòyì gbogbo police station tó wà ní Ẹgbẹ́dọ̀rẹ́ ní Èkó ní Nàìjíríà ní Àbújá dáadẹ́ ń pariwo aké lórí rédíò aké lórí tẹlifíṣàn wípé àwọn ará Ẹdẹ wọn wá ń kógun jà wá gómìnà ní sí ìran wọn. A ti pariwo mú fẹ́dírà a pariwo káàkiri a ti pariwo tó báyìí o wọ́n tún ti wá kógun wọ̀lú wa láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì báyìí tí wọ́n tún ń lu àwọn èèyàn wá lùkulù láti ní sùúrù táwọn mẹ́jọ lọ sí police station àwọn ọlọ́pàá ò tí ì rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí. Tẹ́bá ti sún wa kankan náà báyìí láàárọ̀ yìí nísìnyí báyìí láàárọ̀ bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìnyí ẹ wo àwọn tó tún ṣe léṣe ní sẹ́ẹ̀tì o. Tí wọ́n sá ní òdì àdá tí wọ́n fòdì àdá rún wọn léegun gbogbo àwọn tó dúró yìí ẹ wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú oko nínú sẹ́ẹ̀tì ni o. Ìbọn ni wọ́n fi lé wọn débí báyìí nísìnyí o. Ẹ ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí báyìí ìjọba ò rí tí a ro. Tẹ́ bá sún àwọn náà kankan náà àwọn náà dìde sẹ́ o. Tọ́lá sì ń kébẹ̀ wọn ò dáhùn ìjọba ọlọ́pàá orí nǹkan ṣe sí ìjọba orí nǹkan ṣe sí báyìí o.
Gbólóhùn tá à ń gbọ́ náà láti ààfin bàbá Ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀dì náà ni so wọ́n rọ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun àti àwọn tí ń jẹ́ gbogbo tí ń jẹ́ security ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun kí wọ́n bójú wo ìlú Ẹgbẹ̀dì lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí bá a ti ń sọ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí náà ni ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ báyìí ní
wọ́n kó ìbọn OPC gbogbo everybody náà kó wá kò sí nǹkan kan tó lọ so ẹ bójú wo.
ní gbogbo ìjà ọ̀sẹ̀ tó lọ àgọ́ ọlọ́pàá la wà o.
So for the sake of those of you who don't understand Yoruba very well, let me summarize that video for you. Okay. So the people you saw from the earlier part of the video, right? One of them is identified as the SA to Osun State Governor. And the community is called Egbede. And they are complaining of the people from Ede coming to their land to wage war on them. That's the word they used. You see those young men who look dirty. They were, bricklayers and then laborers. They were working on a particular site in that town, while someone, seen as the SA to the governor, led thugs to, to the town, shooting and causing chaos. So the community is accusing the governor of being responsible. They said they've complained about this level of violence being unleashed on them, right? Sponsored by their governor. He's been accused because someone who is close to him has been mentioned as the perpetrator, more or less like a land grabbing. People want to take people's lands by force. You get? Like if you are from Ede, you can't go to another town like Egbede to go and claim land, except if you have land there. But violently taking it is considered as a land grabbing. So they said they've complained on radio, they've been to court, they've been to police station, different stations in Lagos, in Abuja, everywhere. No one is listening to them. Now it seems that things have now gotten to the crescendo, the height of it, meaning they too, put it this way, like no one has the monopoly of violence. If nobody's going to do anything about this, then they would have the right to defend themselves and ensure that those who are coming to attack them in their community won't really go back, without, paying some prices too in that manner. Wahala. People using their supposed, given sovereignty to then try to use that to enslave the same people whose authority you are using. Do you get that? Now that's so common. It is called impunity. That's the word for it. Where people abuses the privileges of the offices they are holding, especially public offices, right? Where the people are expected to be treated fairly, equally, and justly as well. Unfortunately, impunity will be the opposite of that, right? So maybe we should keep putting it out there. Impunity all over the place. But that one is the physical war. There is something that is believed, like by a lot of people, right? And then with some proven theories too, concerning what is believed a calculated war that is being waged against Africa and Africans' food production. Now, naturally, right, over the years, people have said that, growing food in Africa, especially some part of Africa, was more or less like so natural. They are provided with the better weather, they have the good soil, and, should have a good harvest if insecurity is not an issue. But there are so many conspiracy theories that people have put out that you see this ongoing, insecurity in Nigeria and some part of Africa are mostly sponsored by those with the agenda of taking over the food production in Africa, right from seedling. Those who wants to control, the food that you grow and when you should. GMO, you've heard about that. So there are those who have campaigned so much to make sure that before GMO is generally accepted in Nigeria, there must be a proven sort of like, research or theory that it is safe, right? Some are concerned that if GMO is introduced into their country, especially Nigeria, it is going to automatically deplete the arable lands or the number of or the amount of arable lands in the country, as it is believed that GMO seeds or seedlings are not replantable. Now, maybe there is a new research that says they are or not. I haven't seen that. But people also believe that, Bill Gates Foundation and so many others are already pushing, spending so much money, investing in influencers, Nigeria media, getting some of the supposed agencies, parastatals that are related to food productions and research and all that. They have been recruited to champion the campaign for the introduction of a GMO to Nigeria. However, it is already introduced to Nigeria, but people continue to raise their concern until one guy who is also from the Bill Gates Foundation sponsored supposed organization. He works somewhere in Ahmadu Bello University or something. Now, he appeared on TV in Nigeria yesterday, and in what now seems to be a quick shocker, or should we say a new information, as much as he didn't really provide anything in detail, right? But he came out and he told everyone that everything you heard or known about the GMO in what he called the negative way, they were not true. To him, GMO is replantable. GMO is, he said a lot and I don't want to quote him. Now that is different from the physical war that you're currently facing if you have people with this mindset in that place. But as a researcher though, if you are a researcher, it is believed that every day things happen and you can change your position, but that should be with a very much dependable, data-driven, empirical facts, sort of like evidence-based, change of mind. However, listen to your man, the people who are pushing the GMO in Nigeria in a new sort of narrative.
The GM technology, which produces improved varieties of crops, not only in the maize that you alluded to, but many other crops can utilize this technology to improve the productivity of our crops and thereby closing the gaps of our national demand deficit. It is a modern scientific technology. It is based on science and several years of trial that has been adopted in expanding the capacity of our indigenous crops to be raised, to fight hunger, poverty, and a shortage of food, lower down cost of food, and other things. And the government is following the right direction in terms of assuring members of the public that it is safe. And this safety is not on emotional basis, it is on science-based facts that of the around 30 years of the use of genetically modified crops and their products the world over, including Nigeria, we just released genetically modified cowpeas, maize, and cotton in this country. Just like in other countries, very rigorous scientific testing to ensure and show to members of the public that these crops, except for the increased productivity associated with the improvement, they are not different from any other conventional crops that we have around. And there are problems of production that unfortunately the larger consumers of crop products dwell in our cities. They have no idea how these things are cultivated. For example, there are many Nigerians who don't know the difference between guinea corn and maize in terms of its structure, talk less of how it is cultivated and what are the problems in the field that reduce farmers' harvest. Farmers are the ones struggling with these problems. But those of us in the urban centers respond to the usual social media circulation of very scary things which are unfounded, very unscientific, dwelling on our emotions. Is like scaring someone who has never flown in an aircraft, telling the individual how dangerous an aircraft is, and just to make sure that that individual never flies again. But that I want to assure Nigerians, I am a plant breeder. I have developed, for example, more than 14 different varieties of beans which are being consumed by Nigerians, including the recent, second to the recent one, which is genetically modified. And based on the real safety, we do that which the government directed us to reduce the scourges of agricultural production in this country. And on that basis, we leverage on very safe scientific techniques to ensure that we fulfill the government's desire to provide safe food. Not only are we left on our own, but we have a regulator who is like our NAFDAC in the drug industry. They look at every aspect of our research to ensure that every aspect of our research is safe for Nigerian consumption. By the way, I'm also a Nigerian. I get trained in Nigeria, and I have my families in Nigeria. I was brought up from a village and from a farming family for that matter. So not only that I will say that socially, but I am assuring Nigerians that I am involved in the development of these products. I know the procedures, I know the process, and we also submit ourselves to the regulatory authority to find out and answer all the safety questions they ask us. For example, how does it compare to our conventional genetically improved material? And whether or not, in addition to what we said this new improved variety can do, does it also affect some other does it have any unintended consequences? For example, when you replant it, is it going to affect the soil? We have found out that rather than degrading the soil, it even enriches the potential of the soil where these materials are planted. Could it be replanted? Yes, it can be replanted. For the last 8 or 5 years that we have been planting these genetically modified cowpeas, both on our research field and on farmers' field, those farmers replant other crops in those places, and the soil has remained as productive, if not more productive in many instances. And in terms of cooking, we have cooked and prepared different local dishes, including akara, moi moi, ogi, and so on from the genetically modified, just to show to members of the public that there isn't anything that is different from this new crop. So I'm sitting here not only as a scientist, but also as a Nigerian who has his families, that these products are safe, not only safe, but they have a very high economic potential in ameliorating the ravages of our agricultural system in the
country. He is a researcher, he is a farmer, and thousands like him have been recruited. They've been given the seed, they've tried it, and they have become the advocates for it. But most of these things are just words of mouth. And because those who are the sponsor of this, right, are people that, their credibility has been put to shreds. Bill Gates. You know how people feel about Bill Gates now, right? Now, that guy, his name is Ishiaku. Hang on. I think I'm terrible with name, okay? So his name is Ishiaku Mohammed. Now, there is I haven't done my own research, and therefore, I'm just going to leave the information out for everybody. He's currently telling everyone that if you believe that the GMO seeds are not replantable, or that you can't plant other stuff on the land that you just harvested a GMO, a GM product from, that all those are just, insinuations without scientific backing. Their scientific research is improved and all that. But come on. Ishiaku belongs to this group sponsored by the likes of the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. You have the Medical Research Council. You have the European Commission. You have the Superior Republique of Science or something. You have the Deanship of Scientific Research. You have King Faisal University, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation. They are the ones who sponsor these guys. And their effort is to make sure that some of these products, for instance, genetically modified products are not just, maize and what else again? So you have them in every food line that you have. And according to them, it is not always what you think it is, but people have their suspicion. And that's where I'm going to leave it. He said his family have been consuming it. So I would expect Nigerian media, at least, to do their own research, take their team to these safe farms, do a sort of like a documentary to educate the public. Information is kind of life. You get that? But yeah, it is expected that if they have any GMO product on in your supermarket, in your market, they are supposed to be properly labeled. Being properly labeled means people will have the choice to buy the natural ones with the seeds and to buy the GMO, the seedless, so they know what they are buying. That choice is something that I think we do have in this country. So if you are in doubt, right? For instance, I think it depends on different country, right? They said that you get to some shops and they will tell you that you go to the orange part. They will say, okay, this orange, the one here with yellow, those are the normal oranges. Now you see these ones with white label. They are GMOs, they are seedless. So they will tell you, they will label them. It's up to you what you want. And that's pretty much how you do public health, health and safety and all that as a government. But Nigerian researchers, or should I say, if they have any agency that is looking into GMO stuff, right? Guess what? They are not independent on their own. It will be this Bill Gates Foundation or this foundation, and them will draft the, the policy document for that organization in Nigeria. So the agency will now need to investigate these products. Meanwhile, their funding is coming from the people who want to bring it into Nigeria. Their policy book is going to be developed by the people who want to bring their GMO. But you have agency, they say this one is the chairman of the agency, Kineko of the lead vice chairman, but Kineko and all that nonsense. It's all just smoke and mirror. Smokes and mirror. Talking about smokes and mirror, right? You see, their Volumai, who is, currently handling Tifnumbu's series of White Elephant projects, has now been called out. So come take a look at this supposed federal road between Benin, I think it's between Benin and Akure, but they call it Benin-Lagos Road, right? In the middle of that, of that road, there is a bridge. And that bridge, in the middle of that bridge, there's actually a big gully that you can see under the bridge. It's in the middle of the road. Someone made a video. Let me show you.
So this video, I'm standing on Benin Lagos Expressway, and where we are now is Isoko Camp. This is a bridge, a very short bridge, and this message is to the Minister of Works, Dave Umahia, the one that is building a road from Lagos Calabar Highway, the road to nowhere. This place is currently shut down. This truck fell here and there's no way. Look at this place. Vehicles are blocked. Look this way. They look at everywhere. Pack up. Now come see. Come inside. You dey see river. You dey see a river. Bridge, oh, bridge, oh. Don't see this one. Don't see the other side. You dey see am. You dey show abi. This na expressway where we get minister. This is the kind of road Lagos Benin Expressway. Yet our minister dey do Lagos where they call am Calabar highway abi. The road to nonsense. This is what we have. Do you know how many people they pass here? As I'm speaking to you now, if you look up, trailer goods. If you know the number of trailer where they here now trap, which means the economy of Nigeria is affected because the number of goods and services that they have been shut down. You check this way. This side now it reach 1,000. This one it pass 1,000. Everywhere don't they shut down. The economy of Nigeria is standstill. Now, Lagos Calabar Highway, as in, they never finish and now they never do them. Nothing is shut down. There's nothing on standstill, or may you understand. But this road now, as it break down, everywhere is on standstill. So this vehicle just they come now. You see this thing by mistake. See, come. You dey see am? So this vehicle is even lucky. Is they lucky say e no even fall inside the water? And we have a minister of works wasting money saying Calabar Expressway. If na person, I don't know whether our minister gets more economic sense. But Mr. Minister, let me educate you. If you have small economic sense, you will know that this road alone is affecting Nigeria economy. But that Calabar Expressway, it not affect anybody. If you go there now, you won't see vehicle parked lined up there. The only place where you go see vehicle lined up is this road. So if the minister has small direction, he go come fix this road. Post that one first, post that one. Then we'll fix this road before. So I'm calling, if you know I'm tagging to this video, or you send this video to them, and see when in they say they need more money, they are borrowing more money to put in the road where we know they use. Then the one where we they use will be there abandoned. So please, the minister is not thinking, please. Those who are close to the minister, I'm gonna talk to him. Maybe he go come back to his senses. We are stranded here now. We have been here for over 2 hours now. Nothing is moving. Over 2 hours, more than nothing is moving.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people who are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger. Because some people will be at indoor. There's no way to make our own life.
Absolutely, Prof. Thank you. I'll leave us with that. And I was going to do a fundraiser this evening, but we do not really have that traffic. That's one of the things that pushes me back all the time. So I am having a deficit again, kind of like, running things. So that is why I have to actually raise at least £500 between now and Monday, one way or the other. So I appreciate every penny, especially those who have actually reached out. I appreciate. I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the rest of your evening or maybe afternoon. And I will see you tomorrow again. So good night.
Thank you.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Maiyegun diary Politico.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary na him be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.